What's up, y'all? We back. We back in the building. We back in the building. Back in the building. Back. We back in the building. We back. All right. What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's popping? What is popping? Girl Kid Cudi is set to testify. Ooh, baby, let's get into it, honey. Oh, it look like it got messy around there. Okay, let's see. We gotta go back to lunch because we left off when they went to lunch. Um, all right. What's up, everybody? What's going on? We are back in the building. We are back in the building. And we are getting our update because the jury has been released for the day. Of course, they try to release the jury at 3 o'clock every day Eastern Standard Time. So we are here now to discuss or catch up on some things. And then, y'all, we gonna go over a couple things. We're gonna go over a couple things. Okay, we gonna go over a couple things. Hey Gigi, hey Sean, hey Mama Bees, hey Lysandra. What's up, y'all? There's some people in the bushes. I just need y'all to hit the like button. Because, again, I cannot imagine you listening to me and you not liking me because there are so many people who are covering the Diddy case. So, do me a favor and hit that like button. All right? All right. Let's move this up and let's get into the things, honey. All right. So, this is where the jury had been dismissed for um the jury has been dismissed. Okay, now I do like this breakdown that they have for us. So we're gonna go over this breakdown and then we'll get into the ex-worker or whatever he was supposed to have been. We'll get into him as well. All right, so let's go, honey. Okay, so the jury has been dismissed for lunch, and here's what happened in court today. The jury is in the day 7 of the Sean Diddy Combs federal racketeering and ex-trafficking trial. Here's a recap of what the witnesses said on the stand. All right, so this was David James, the former assistant to Mr. Combs. Now, y'all remember he started testifying yesterday, and when they got back in the court today, he started his testimony, or he started from where he stopped yesterday. Never personally saw violence. David James, an assistant for Sean Diddy Combs, from 2007 to 2009, during the early parts of Combs' relationship with Cassie Ventura, testified that he did not personally observe physical violence between the pair. Um, Stocking hotel rooms, buying supplies for Mr. Combs. James said that he would stock and organize hotel rooms for the music mogul. James testified that he was tasked with buying personal items like protection, baby oil, and Astroglide for Combs, but was instructed not to submit these items for reimbursement through the company because he didn't want to have a record or a paper trail of it. All right. Now, witness to Combs' alleged rug use. James testified that he saw Combs take rugs and give them to his friends. On a couple of occasions, James procured them for Combs' friends, he testified. Subject to a lie detector test and searches. When one of Combs' Cartier bracelets went missing, security searched through James' belongings, he said, and on 2 other occasions when Combs' possessions went missing, the former assistant had to take a lie detector test, calling the whole experience very intimidating. All right. Now, again, we're just updating as far as when they went to lunch. Okay. All right, Suge Knight confrontation. The first time James felt that he was in danger um, was when Combs, or as Combs' assistant, I'm sorry, when he went with Combs' security guard to a diner to get food for Combs and the staff. Upon arrival, the pair ran into Combs' rival Marion Suge Knight, and approached him. James said that when James and the security guard returned back to Combs' house, the music mogul ordered James to drive him and the security back to the diner to look for Mr. Knight, while Combs sat in the back seat with three pow pows in his lap, James testified. Then, when the group got back to the diner, Knight was gone. Shortly after the incident, James gave his notice. He said he left Combs' company in May of 2009. Again, that man got out of Dodge. He wasn't for the play. Okay? Hey, Miss Felicia. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's keep going. Regina Ventura, Cassie Ventura's mother. All right, here we go. Visits with her daughter. Regina Ventura said that she first met Combs in 2006 when her daughter signed with Combs' record label Bad Boys Record. When the pair started dating in New York City, she'd see her daughter about 3 or 4 times a year, she said. When Cassie Ventura moved to California with Combs, those visits decreased, seeing her usually around the holidays. Emails about emails about an X tape threat. Regina Ventura testified that her daughter emailed her and another one of Combs' employees under an alias name to say that Combs was threatening to release explicit X tapes of her. I did not understand a lot of it, Regina Ventura said. The X tape threw me off. I did not know the other person, but knew that he was going to try to hurt my daughter. Fear for my daughter's safety. Around the same time her daughter reached out about the X tape threat, Combs reached out to Regina Ventura asking for $20,000 to recoup money. He had sent on Cassie Ventura. Regina testified. Combs was angry. Her daughter. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Combs was angry that her daughter was now in a relationship with Kid Cudi, she said. The only way that Regina Ventura and her husband could get the money was to take it out a home equity loan, she testified. And she wired the money to Bad Boy's account. She said 5 days later, the money was returned to her account. The photos of Cassie. The jury saw photos Regina Ventura took of her daughter in December of 2011 at her Connecticut home after Combs physically allegedly A-worded her in an effort to keep evidence. Regina said she was bruised and I wanted to make sure that she remembered it. All right. Now we're getting into one of the male escorts who was sure, I think that's how you say his name, Sheree Hayes. I'm not sure. Sheree, I don't know. Sheree, I don't know. First meeting. Sheree Hayes, now 51, testified that he met Combs and Ventura sometime in 2012 when he was working as an exotic dancer. He first got a call from Ventura under a different name requesting his services, he said. When Hayes arrived, she told him her and her husband liked to create a sexy scene involving the application of baby oil and that her husband eventually would come out and watch, Hayes testified. During the encounter, the husband gave directions, Hayes testified. Before the encounter, he was given $800, and afterwards, he was given an additional $1,200. Hayes testified that he didn't know it was Combs. 8 to 12 interactions. Eventually, on another occasion, when he joined the couple at the hotel, there was a TV welcoming Mr. Combs. Hayes testified. It was at that time that he realized that Ventura's husband was Combs. He said that Hayes testified that he joined the couple for similar interactions at least 8 to 12 times. All right. All right. So there's an update thus far. The judge made it back to the bench, and here we go. Um, Sheree Hayes, a male escort who said that he was hired by Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura, is back on the stand and testifying about his interactions with Ventura and Combs. He said sometimes that he'd meet them on consecutive days, but those instances would be months apart. Hayes said that he always met them at a hotel in New York City. Sometimes he'd meet them at 2:30 a.m. and wouldn't leave until after 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hayes said that he usually received a message from Ventura planning a few hours in advance. After the first occasion with Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura, Sheree Hayes said that he understood that he was hired to create a sexy scene, which could then escalate to a more sexual scene. He said that each time would start with Ventura and him applying baby oil. Combs was always present, Hayes said, and he would sit at a distance, giving directions to Ventura about the angles, the lighting, and sometimes the actual activity. The encounters lasted 4 hours. Um, about 4 hours, according to Hayes. He mentioned being directed during the encounters, and afterwards, Combs would leave, followed by Ventura. Hayes testified that on one occasion, when he was having sex with Ventura, Combs threw cash down on the bed. It was startling, Hayes said, and prompted Ventura to ask Combs if he was okay. Combs responded with he was fine, Hayes testified. Hayes was later paid with cash. Hayes usually received anywhere from 1,200 to 2,000 after a session, but said that he didn't understand why the amount varied at different times. Mm. Well, don't you think it was probably okay for you to ask that? I mean, this is your job. You're an escort, sir. A prosecutor asked the male escort Sheree Hayes if he knew whether Cassie Ventura was enjoying herself during the hotel encounters in which Sean Diddy Combs watched him and Ventura. My understanding was um, we were creating a scene, a sexy scene that was enjoyable to her partner, Hayes testified. I'd observe, I'd observe sometimes a sigh, a winch, and seem to be frustration at the frequency of Combs' direction, Hayes said. Ventura was usually looking in Combs' direction during the encounters, Hayes said. He never heard her refuse. Um, he never heard her refuse one of Combs' directions, he said. All right. Sheree Hayes said that he never used rugs with Cassie Ventura and Sean Diddy Combs. They sometimes offered him alcohol in the Mary Jane, he said. Hayes also said that he never saw Combs take rugs and that Combs never appeared to be intoxicated during the encounters. Hayes went on to describe the discomfort of actual scenarios with a woman's partner present. He said that he tried taking medications to help his performance. It was a lot of pressure, he said. Hayes said that his last session with Ventura and Combs was in 2016. He said that he failed to perform and was never called back. Before he left, Ventura said that Hayes, oh, sorry. Before he left, Ventura paid Hayes and thanked him for being private and respecting their privacy in terms of the interactions, he testified. Mm. Defense attorney Xavier Donaldson is now questioning Sheree Hayes during cross examination. Donaldson asked how Hayes was doing. Pretty good, surprisingly, Hayes responded. Okay. Sheree Hayes testified that he began his career as an exotic dancer in 1995, and he said that he is now a partner at Honkamana, an exotic dancer company. What is he? A partner? Oh, okay, okay. So he kind of running things over there. I hope you're not still dancing. We're gonna look at this man. Absolutely, let's do that right quick. Hey y'all, everybody that's up in here. I see y'all. It's just a few people in here, but I appreciate y'all for being here, honey. All right, so let's go to Instagram. Cause y'all know Tracy be boots on the ground, honey. Tracy be boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Oh, I got my boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Okay, let's. Sorry, y'all. That was weird. Oh, that was weird. Okay, let me see. Let's go pull up the Instagram because, baby, when I saw this man, I was just kind of thinking like, mm, I don't know. It was weird. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is his IG, y'all. Well, let me make sure I look at it. Okay, we can look at it. It ain't that bad on here. Okay, so this is Mr. Man's IG. Okay, so this is what he currently look like and stuff like that. He not really no bad looking guy. I think them pictures that they had released at first kind of had him looking a little silly or a little crazy or something like that. But he got a book, an Apple book. What is it called? I'm happy to say my book is available for purchase. Freezer meat. Freezer meat. Freezer meat. The name of the book is called Freezer Meat. Not freezer meat, girl. Freezer meat? Wow. Wow. So somebody asked 7 hours ago, did you discuss Puffy and Cassie in this book? Um, are you a fan of publishers? He's lame AF trying to get recognition. I guess he didn't have his on wave without putting them in the book. Whack and Lane. So it says a story of male mental health crisis caused by erectile dysfunction, and the only true cure no one is talking about: a penis implant. Where is my meat? Where is my meat at? That's what he said. Freezer meat. Freezer meat, and where is my meat at? Ooh, 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 ooh. Where is my meat at right now? He must not be into me. Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not mad at him for making a living outside of whatever it is that he's doing, but here is his. This is the man, y'all. This is the man. This is him. This is the man. Okay. Now, people is going through his stuff and commenting. I'm not doing that. But this is him through the years. Down through the years. The Lord's been good to me. I said, down through the years, the Lord's been good to me. Okay, listen. So this is him. This is him. Okay. This was 2009. This was 2019. So it was 10 years later. Who's all these fellas? I see you over here. Okay, but who this fella and who this fella? Who that fella back there? I don't know about him, but who that fella back there? Who this fella? I don't know if I trust any of y'all, because y'all out here punching and stuff. Uh so yeah, so this is the guy, y'all. This is the man. This is the man. This is the man. That's his daddy. He look just like his daddy. He look just like his daddy, a young version of his daddy. Oh, let me not put that picture up. Not the moochie pictures and stuff. Um, so this is the guy, y'all. Uh, uh, this is the guy. Okay. All right. So I just wanted y'all to see that. All right. Let's go back to our stuff. Y'all, I just wanted y'all to see. That's it. I just needed y'all to see. Okay. All right. So let's get into. Let's go back to where we was. All right. When asked by the defense attorney Xavier, Sheree Hayes acknowledged that at the time he thought that he was the only person that Cassie Ventura was having sex with in this way and felt special. Uh-oh. Now see that's a no-go. You're not ever supposed to feel like that, sir. When Donaldson suggested that Hayes develop feelings for Ventura, Hayes said that that wasn't true. Donaldson pointed to a document from one of Hayes' meeting with the prosecutors where he told them that he began to develop feelings for Ventura. That may have been taken out of context because that's not the case, Hayes said. Hayes said that he never considered himself a professional friend to Ventura. Um, the two never spoke personally outside of the brief banter before a session, he added. Under cross examination from the defense, male escort Sheree Hayes was asked if Cassie Ventura ever appeared uncomfortable during their hotel encounters. I did not get any cues that there was any discomfort with what was going on, Hayes responded. I mean, let's just be for real. Let's just be for real. If Cassie had ever, I'm fading in and out. But can you guys still hear me good? Can you guys still hear me good? It should be working. I'm moving in the chair, so that's probably why y'all and reading. Let me bring this down and do this. Okay, is this better? Can y'all hear me good? I just want to make sure before I continue reading. Okay, you said one. All right, I'm gonna take your word for it, Miss Felicia. Let's keep going. Um, Hayes said that he experienced exotic dancers, and he always reads the room to make sure the people are performing um, that he's performing for are comfortable. Sheree Hayes said that during his encounters with Cassie Ventura and Sean Diddy Combs, he never observed any filming or any violence. He said that Mary Jane was the only rug that he saw during the time with Combs and Ventura. He confirmed that Ventura never appeared to be under the influence of rugs when he saw her. Defense attorney Xavier has finished with Sheree cross-examination. Assistant U.S. Attorney Meredith Foster is back for redirect. The testimony of the male escort, Sheree Hayes, is finished. Gerald Gannon, a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, is now on the stand, and Gannon is the 10th witness called by the prosecution. Gannon, based in Miami, is currently with Homeland Security National Security Group, but he previously worked with the Human Trafficking Group. Homeland Security investigation searched on Diddy Combs' home in Los Angeles and Miami Beach in 2024, and Homeland Security arrested Combs in September in New York. All right, so let's get it. Okay, so y'all remember this picture here when they were searching and seizing the home. That man is not gonna say she was uncomfortable. You're right. And not to mention she not finna say nothing like that either. Now we can? Oh Lord, y'all couldn't hear me. Oh. Okay, I'll read that later. Oh, you heard me. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, okay. I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. All right. So, a special agent, Gerald, I call the man Gerard Gannon. Gerard Gannon said that he was the special agent in charge of the ground, in charge on the ground for the search of Sean Diddy Combs' Miami Beach home on March the 25th of 2024. It does not feel like that's already been a year, y'all. It really don't. Do it. Do it feel like it's been a year since they raided his home? To me, it feel like it's probably like 6 months ago. It don't feel like it's been a year, but that's crazy because it has been over a year, nearly a year and a month. Gannon said that the search was assigned to his unit because it was tied to human trafficking investigation. Between 80 and 90 law enforcement agents participated in the search because of the size of the property, he said. The home is about 20,000 square feet and includes a main residence and a guest house, Gannon said. The search required the special response team to deal with security measures on the property. Gannon said, and about 25 special response team members gained entrance and cleared the property to ensure the property was safe to search to start the search. They they were prepared to potentially confront armed security, Gannon said. Gannon testified that agents some agents were positioned on boats to potentially um, get someone who was trying to leave the property. The search began after 3 p.m. that day. Usually, search warrants are executed early in the morning around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or so, but they waited for Combs to leave, Gannon said. Law enforcement understood that Combs was scheduled to leave on a trip with his family, he testified, and that he did. And they were trying to make it seem like he was running, but he really wasn't. He wasn't. That trip was planned, and they knew about it. Remember, we read those documents, though. All right. So, agents broke through Combs' Miami Beach front gate during the search. Special agent testified. The jury was shown a picture of Sean Diddy Combs' Miami Beach home front gate, which was broken. Agents used their vehicle to break through the gate to enter the property, Gerald Gannon said, a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations testified. Now, I got a question. I got a question. Now, I know y'all do what y'all got to do because when y'all come, y'all coming. But y'all couldn't work nothing out with maybe his security personnel at the actual gate to let y'all in? Hell, y'all Homeland Security. Y'all didn't think the people was gonna let y'all in? But y'all had a warrant, so I guess you can do whatever you need to with your warrant. Now I'm low. Okay. Are you guys having issues really hearing me? Let me see. Let me just make sure my sound is completely up. I see what y'all saying. I see exactly what y'all saying. Give me a minute. Uh. I'm not moving around. Actually, I'm stationed in one spot, but I'm using my laptop mic because I was using dual screen. Okay, now let me do this. All right, this should do it, child. Now I'm not gonna be able to read the chat, but thank y'all for being here. Because I can't put the input for my mic in. Wait a minute, let me see. I don't think it's gonna work right there. Um, I have to put my input for my mic in, and I can't. What's the name? No, I wasn't really moving around. I was using two screens. I was dueling my screen, so I was using one screen to read and using my laptop to navigate. But again, I can't plug in my mic. I can't plug in my mic if I'm using my dual screen. But anyway, I disconnected my mic. My dual screen. So you guys should hear me with no issues. All right, so getting back into it. Agents broke through Combs' Miami Beach front gate during the search. Special agent testified. The jury was shown pictures of Sean Diddy Combs' Miami Beach home gate, front gate, which was broken. And what I was saying was, Diddy didn't have nobody over there working at the front gate that was just gonna let them the Homeland Security people in. And I get it, y'all was there. He probably didn't know, but I would have just assumed that them people would have let you in. But okay, okay. So I want to read this here. It's time for the prosecution to establish true criminal intent. Former prosecutor says. All right, so it says, as of day 7, Sean Diddy Combs' federal racketeering and ex-trafficking trial continues. Criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Mark O'Mara says that he expects federal prosecutors to start making the case that Combs was the puppet master behind the rug fuel X performances that he called freak-offs. What the prosecution has to present, and they're starting out quite slowly, in my opinion, and is getting to the X trafficking, getting to the control over people, whether it's escorts, whether the X workers, and of course, Cassie Ventura. I got a question. Let me do this. So, what's the difference between X work and X being an escort? Let me ask. Hold on. What is the difference between sex work and an escort? That's the same, ain't it? Okay. All escorts are ex workers, but not all ex workers are escorts. Girl, what the hell? Okay. Let's see. Ex work is a broad term that includes any consensual exchange of sexual services for money or goods. It includes, but not limited to, escorting, stripping, corno activity, or corno acting, rather, phone X operators, camera performers, and full service X workers. Basically, if if there's a sexual element and money is exchanged, or some type of good is exchanged, it is considered X work. An escort typically provides companionship for a set of or for a set amount of time, which may or may not involve sexual activity. Escorts are often booked for dinner dates, events, or social functions, travel companionship, and private time. Interesting. Okay, I just had to look that up because girl was like, "What's the difference?" All right. If they don't get If they don't get to X trafficking, they um, don't get their conviction. He added, they probably need more. They probably need to move on from this and start tying together his control of other people as well. Sheree Hayes, a male escort who said that he was hired by Combs and the music mogul's then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, testified today that Combs never appeared to be intoxicated during his encounters and said multiple times that Combs was giving he and Ventura directions throughout their sexual encounters. It is done by the prosecution to try and permit the defense the defense argument that Combs was wasted. I think that what the prosecution is trying to do is say, no, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was, in effect, the puppet master of everything that was happening around him. I do agree. Hey, Symmetry, Omar, and Natty, I see y'all cooking with P, Shay, and Shay only. Hey y'all, what's going on? Sorry about the audio, y'all. I apologize. All right, the jury saw photos of items found in one of the closets in the master bedroom of Sean P. Diddy Combs' Miami Beach home. Law enforcement agents raided in 2024. Special Agent Gannon testified that agents found platform high heels, X toys, baby oil, personal lubricant, and lingerie in the closet. Now, okay. They also found upper and lower receivers of AR-15s, which are part of the weapons, Gannon said. Gannon said that the team was not able to determine the maker of one of the AR-15s recovered in the closet. Sitting on the witness stand, Gannon held up an evidence bag holding the AR-15 upper receiver. Gannon put on rubber gloves and held up one of the upper receivers for the jury. He said that there are zip ties securing the pow-pows so that they won't be able to be fired. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Agents found 2 magazines loaded with pum pums. That's what I'm gonna call the y'all know what. And the reason why we're doing this, y'all, if y'all hear YouTubers doing this, I'm a small YouTuber. I ain't got thousands and thousands of people. I ain't even got hundreds of people over here in my chat. But what I will say is I have noticed that YouTube has limited monetization on these Diddy videos. So that's why you'll hear me say things like that. Okay. All right. Agents found 2 magazines loaded with pum pums, along with 2 lower receivers in the closet. Gannon, a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, testified. The jury was shown pictures of the items, including close-ups of their serial numbers scratched out. Gannon said that it's a lot more difficult or impossible to determine the owner of the firearm without a serial number. Gannon held an evidence bag containing an AR-15 lower receiver while on the witness stand. Gannon testified that the AR-15s recovered from Sean Diddy Combs' closet could have been used as fully automatic, y'all know, pow-pows, but not, at some point. But the safety selector level was set to semi-automatic with Homeland Security recovered when they recovered them. All right. All right. Gannon, a special agent with Homeland Security Investigation, showed the jury another photo of items found in one of the closets in the master bedroom of Sean Diddy Combs' home, this time showing lingerie, and several boxes of platform high heels. So y'all know, setting the scene, setting the scene and doing all of those things. That's where them high heels come from, girl. Gannon held up the evidence bag holding platform high heel shoes recovered in the closet. Law enforcement agents raided the home in March of 2024. The jury has gone home for the day, and we're caught up, really. Scott Medusky, or however you say his name, which is Kid Cudi, who had a brief relationship with Cassie Ventura in 2011, is slated to testify in this trial. Prosecutor Maureen Kami said, I can't wait, actually. When precisely he testified isn't immediately known. When he will testify is not known. Now, Gannon, a Homeland Security investigator special agent who started testifying today, will resume his testimony tomorrow. After Gannon, the next witnesses will be clinical uh, psychologist Don Hughes, and then George Kaplan. Wow. Okay. Kaplan was an employee who quit after witnessing physical abuse on Cassie Ventura, had previously testified. And then Kid Cudi will testify after Kaplan, but that might not be until Thursday morning. I don't give a damn when it is. I don't give a damn when it is. Y'all understand me? I'm just going to be glad that it's going to be. Okay. All right. Okay, so we don't need to go over a recap because I feel like we've already gone over a recap for everybody else. But Kid Cudi is set to testify. Now, I do find that very interesting, and I honestly cannot wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Because I want to know all of the things. I want to know all of the things, honey. I want to know them all. I want to know them all. I want to know them all. Let me know everything, okay? Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Okay. 2 more seconds, y'all, and I'll be right back. Let me see. Now. Uh-oh. Okay. So Cassie's mom did testify today, y'all. Cassie's mom did testify today. She talked about a couple of different things here. And her testimony was very interesting. She wasn't on the stand long. The ex-assistant did testify. Now, one thing to note and remember with the ex-assistant saw one thing and he was up out of there. Now, can y'all imagine if he testified to actually seeing things actually go down as far as like the physical abuse? What he basically said was when they went back around there to Suge Knight and Diddy had them allegedly had them pows sitting in his lap. Oh, girl, he was done. He said, oh, I will be resigning. He gave the option and said that, oh, well, we can, I'll stay for 6 months and I'll train somebody that can do this job. Girl, that's just not, that just won't it. It just won't it. It won't it. It just won't it. I mean, let me quit. But anyway, so nevertheless, y'all, This is day 7, and I realized now somebody asked me earlier, they was like, is it day 7 or day 6? And I was like, I think it's day 7. And then I went and looked at my title, and I do see that my title did say, well, my title this morning said day 6. So I really what's going on, Sharp? Gigi, don't pump me up. Don't pump me up. Don't pump me up. Don't hype 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 me up. So what I am about to do now, y'all. So this is day 7. All right. I believe that the prosecution is skating here, and hopefully soon they'll be on the radar and get this thing, where they need it to be. Okay. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. So here's what I am getting ready to do now. Thank you guys for tuning into this particular live stream. All right. Now, if we add up all the times I've been live today, we were live this morning. That was almost 3 hours. This is almost an hour. Then we was live over on the backup channel for political hour. And then I'm about to end this live and I'm going live again. And we're actually going to talk about something else. Y'all can actually head over to that live if y'all want to right now. Actually, let me see if I can do something. I be seeing Really Be do this all the time. I want to see if it worked for me. Let me see. Let's see if it worked. If it worked, y'all, I'm gonna be happy. If it worked, I would be happy. Anyway, actually, give me a few minutes, and I'm gonna get it together, and then I'll be live. Okay, I'm gonna set it for 4 o'clock. All right. With that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I will definitely catch you guys in the next video, and we'll be live tomorrow as we continue with everything else. All right. Peace. I'll see y'all at 4 o'clock. I'll see y'all at 4 o'clock Eastern. Central time. Okay. The thumbnail and the link is already available. All right. I just don't know if this is gonna work. Hold on, y'all. Don't go. Everybody, don't go. Don't go. Don't leave me, girl. I want you to stay here with me tonight. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I don't even know how to get to them details actually anymore. I think you gotta click on the video that you live on. Let's see. I'm live here. Customize it. Redirect. And I'm actually gonna send y'all over there, but I ain't going live right now over there. I'm going to Really Be for just a second. Juicador did an interview with Carlos King. Y'all know we're gonna break it down. We ain't breaking it down till tomorrow though, because I've been busy with the Diddy stuff. And then we're gonna talk about that David Cunningham man wanting to expose Britt Edie's husband. I'm dragging that, baby. When I tell you, I'm dragging Stuart Little on down through there. Okay, now I sound like Wanda Jean. I'm dragging Stuart Little on down through there. Okay, when I get back on this live, so I need to wet my whistle and do a couple of things, and then I'll be back. All right. With that being said, I will talk to y'all later. All right, peace. What's the other channel? My other channel. We're gonna be live on this channel. It's this channel. We're gonna be live on this channel. But if you do want to subscribe to the other channel, it is called DonDons Unfiltered. Let me put the link in the chat really quick for you. And that's where we do our political talk over there. Hold on. Don Unfiltered. Let's see. Share, copy. All right, so I'm gonna paste it right here, and you can go there. Sunflower seeds? No, I don't got no sunflower seeds. Anybody want to bless your boy with some sunflower? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They stopped selling my favorite ones at the store that I go up the street here. They stopped selling them, honey, so I don't want no more. I'm pissed. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.